Today we are going to learn how to do this experiment of PN junction diode. Look at here, I am having an electronic component in my hand. This is called as PN junction diode. This PN junction diode, it is one of the important semiconductor device. This PN junction diode that could be connected in two ways. One is called forward bias. So this is the region in which the diode, junction diode, it is connected in forward bias. The junction diode, it is having two ends, P end and N end. The P end of the junction diode that should be connected with positive end of the battery. The N end of the diode that should be connected with negative end of the battery. Are you clear? So when the P is connected with positive and N is connected with negative end of the battery, then the diode is said to be in forward bias. When the diode is connected in forward bias, we have to see the relationship between the voltage and current. The current passing through the diode is called as forward current. The voltage which is supplied across the diode is called forward voltage. So we have to vary the forward voltage and the corresponding change in the forward current to be found out by using this two monitors. This voltmeter that is used for finding the value of VF, forward voltage. Here another milliammeter is there. With the help of this milliammeter, we are able to see the corresponding variation in the current, that is forward current. So VF to be altered and IF to be observed, and we have to tabulate the readings. So this is the method of performing the forward bias experiment. Are you clear? After performing this forward bias, after drawing the graph, all those things, next we have to go for reverse bias. Here the same junction diode, it is connected in reverse bias. The P end that is connected with negative end of the battery and the N end of the diode that is connected with positive end of the battery. Are you clear? If P is connected with negative, if N is connected with positive, such kind of connection is called reverse bias. Usually, I would like to tell one more thing. The junction diode, that one will conduct the electricity only if it is connected in forward bias. The same junction diode, if it is connected in the reverse bias, it won't conduct. So therefore, in practical application in real circuits, junction diode that must be connected always in forward bias, not in reverse bias. But we should know the performance of the working nature of the diode when it is connected in the reverse bias. That's why we have to learn the reverse bias also. Here also we have to vary the voltage. With the help of the knob, we have to vary the voltage. That is the voltage which is supplied across the diode. That is called reverse voltage. While varying the reverse voltage, there will be a corresponding change in the current. That is called reverse current. Since it is reverse bias, both voltage and current both have to be called as reverse voltage and reverse current. So if you vary the value of VR, reverse voltage, there will be a corresponding change in the reverse current. So both the two reading can be read from the voltmeter and microammeter. Here reverse current is measured in microampere and VR, reverse voltage, is measured in volt. Okay. So this is the experimental arrangement in which both forward bias characteristics and reverse bias characteristics of the given junction diode can be found out and analyzed. First we have to complete this part. Later we have to concentrate on the next part. After the completion of forward bias, next reverse bias part to be completed. Are you clear? First we are going to do the forward bias characteristics of the junction diode. Here one switch control is there, main is there, that should be switched on. As soon as it is switched on, you can see the glow. So it shows that the power, it enters into the board. Now here two monitors are there. I will focus both the two monitors now. With the help of this knob, we are going to adjust the forward voltage. When forward voltage is slowly changed, there will be a corresponding change in the forward current. Here look at the reading 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1. So the reading it goes on like that. Look at the reading in the millimeter. Here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First you have to understand the graduations. Only then it will be easy for you to take the reading. Now I am going to vary the VF. The first reading is 0. Therefore, there is no corresponding reading in the millimeter. The second reading is, slowly I am changing by rotating the knob. Now the VF reading is 0.1. What is the corresponding reading in the millimeter? There also it shows 0. Here also no reading. Therefore, IF value is 0. 0.2 is VF reading. Now also the reading is 0. 0.3 VF is 0.3. Forward voltage is 0.3. No change in the IF. Now also 0. 0.4. Next reading is 0.4. Now find out any changes there in IF. No change. It shows that the diode is not conducting. Diode has not started conducting. Now what is the value now? 0.5. Find out any changes there. No change. Even at 0.5 volt, diode is not conducting. IF value is 0. 0.6. Is it clear? Now the 0.6 is the VF value. Look at some small variation in IF. Just 2 divisions are, is it clear, shown here. Here the least count is, here the least count is 0.2. Here 2 is there, no? 2 divided by 10 is equal to 0.2. 0.2 into number of division. 2 into 0.2 is 0.4. So that is the reading. Are you clear? 0.4 milliampere is shown in the meter for 0.6 volt. Now the voltage is further increased to 0.7. Look at that, 0.7. Now what is the reading here shown here? Look at the division. This is 10th division. This is 13th division. Are you clear? This is 13th division or 12th division. You can take it as 12th division. 12 into 0.2 is 12 into 12th division. No, 12th division. That should be multiplied by which one? Least count. 12 into 0.2 is equal to, here second 2 is there. Here 3 is there. So it comes around 2.6. It comes around 2.6. Are you clear? So how will you calculate 2.6? So this is 13th division. 13 into 0.2 is 2.6. Now I am going to increase the VF value more than 0.7. Look at that. Now the reading is 0.8. VF is 0.8. Look at the reading shown here. It comes around 9.6. It comes around 9.6. Now the diode starts conducting. Are you clear? Now the already we have noted the reading of the forward voltage and corresponding forward current. By using this tabular column, plot the values in the graph and you will get the forward characteristics curve. Now we are going to find out the forward resistance of the given diode. Look at the forward bias characteristics curve. Here I have to draw the slope. Here I have to draw the slope. Look at that. I am going to mark a point here. Here that is the intersection of 0.75 and 3. Put a dot here. I am going to draw the slope. I have drawn the slope here. Okay. So therefrom we have to find out the difference in del IF and del VF. Are you clear? So you can extend the line. By extending the line, these two extreme end, by extending the line, we are able to find out the difference. This difference that gives you del VF. This difference that gives you del IF. Are you clear? So find out the difference between these 2 points and these 2 points and note down the reading here. Now I am going to find out the difference between these two VF. I will write the values here. Del VF. How to find out? Look at the reading here. 0.75. 0.75 minus extend the line and find out what is the reading here. 0.72. 0.72. The difference is 0.03 volt. In the same manner, you have to find out the difference in the del IF. Look at the maximum value here. Del IF is equal to, if you extend the finger, is it clear? There you are able to find out the value 0.55. 0.55 minus, look at the minimum value, 0.3. After finding the difference, you will get 0.25. That is in terms of milliampere. Now we have found out the value of del VF and del IF. Substitute both the two value in the formula. Actually, the slope is nothing but dy by dx. It's nothing but del IF divided by del VF. If you reciprocate the slope, you will get the forward resistance formula. It's nothing but Ohm's law formula. V by I is equal to R. Here I am going to substitute the value in the formula. RF is equal to del VF divided by del IF is equal to, substitute. Directly you can substitute the values, 0.03 volt whole divided by 0.25. Here it is given in terms of milliampere, that could be converted into ampere by multiplying by 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. So after calculation, the answer will be 0.03 divided by 0.25. Its answer is 0.12 into, this one can be brought up, that one becomes 10 to the power of 3 into 1000. The answer will be 120. Are you clear? The answer will be 120. That should be written in terms of ohm. Therefore, the RF value, the forward resistance of the given diode value is 120 in this particular slope. That slope that could be drawn anywhere. At different places you will get different values of RF. For this particular slope I have got the value. The diode is a non-linear conductor of electricity, and the diode does not obey Ohm's law. Are you clear? It's not a conductor, it's a semiconductor. Therefore, forward resistance value, that one will differ if the slope is drawn at various places. So this is the final answer. Here, one more factor you have to find out, that is called knee voltage. How to find out the knee voltage? Look at that. Here only the current starts increasing. We have to find out where the current starts increasing, at which voltage the current starts increasing. At a particular forward voltage, the current starts increasing. Are you clear? You can choose this point or you can choose this point. So, here only the current starts increasing. Therefore, you extend the line. So, this is the voltage at which the current starts increasing. Therefore, 0.6 could be taken as the knee voltage. So, you have to mark it here as knee voltage. Are you clear? Knee voltage. There you have to write. That should be written in the result also. So, the knee voltage is equal to how much? 0.6 volt. Knee voltage. Two answers must be given in the experiment. One is knee voltage and another one is forward resistance. Two answers must be given. Now we are going to do the second part of the experiment. In the second part, we have connected the diode in reverse bias. Now I am going to vary the reverse voltage by adjusting this knob. The corresponding reverse current to be measured in the micrometer. Let us take the reading one by one. VR is equal to 0 volt. Here no change in the reading. So here also 0. So VR also 0, IR also 0. Now it is increased from 0 volt to 1 volt. Now VR value is 1 volt. Find out any changes there. No change in the micrometer reading. So now also 0. For 1 volt, 0 is the value of IR. For 2 volt, now VR is 2 volt, IR is equal to, look at, simply, is it clear? The pointer is slightly displaced, no? Now it is the second division. Therefore, the reading is how much? 4 microampere. For 2 volt, 4 microampere is the IR value. For 3 volt, it is, now it is showing 3 volt. What is the reading here? It is exactly at 10th microampere. It is in the 5th division, no? 5 into 2 is equal to 10. So, 10 microampere is the IR value. So, for VR, 3 volt, 10 microampere is the IR value. For 4, now VR is 4 volt, IR is equal to, now it is in the 8th division. So, 8 into 2 is equal to 16. 16 microampere is the IR value. For 5 volt, what is the reading here? 20 microampere. 20 microampere. For 6 volt, now it is exactly at very closer to 30, it could be taken as 28. Are you clear? For 6 volt, the IR value is 28. For 7 volt, VR is 7 volt. What is the reading here? It is very closer to 40, but it is exactly at 36. For 7 volt, VR, IR value is 36 microampere. For 8 volt, VR is 8 volt. What is the value of IR? It is in the second division. 20, 40, it could be taken as 44. So, 44 is the micrometer reading, IR value. Now it is turned to 9 volt. What is the reading here? It is at 50th division. For 9 volt, the reading is how much? 50 microampere. For 10 volt, last reading, VR is 10 volt. What is the reading shown here? It is at 58 microampere. So, like that we have to measure. Understood? Now, we have varied the VR reverse voltage. The corresponding change in the reverse current is measured. Later, we have to draw the graph. Okay. Already we have noted the readings of the reverse voltage and corresponding reverse current. By using this tabular column, plot the values in the third quadrant of the graph. That one gives you the reverse bias characteristics curve.